Welcome back, everyone. If you're the kind of person who just loves cutting through the noise to get straight to the facts, well, you are in the exact right place. Today, we're looking at a true masterclass in conversational efficiency. 25 simple English sentences that everyone uses every single day. We're going to visually map out how everyday communication actually works. We're stripping away all those complex grammar rules and just looking at the raw, fundamental building blocks of how we talk to each other. Okay, let's dive into this explainer. So, think about this for a second. How much English do you really need to just survive a day? The English language has well over 1 million total words. The dictionary is literally massive. But when you wake up, go about your day, talk to strangers, colleagues, or friends, and then go to bed, how many of those words do you actually need? If you're learning the language, this question is absolutely everything, because it sets up this brilliant, kind of shocking revelation. A tiny fraction of the language does almost all of the heavy lifting. And that brings us to our magic number, 25. Out of all those hundreds of thousands of words and super complex grammatical structures, the source material isolates just 24 or so simple sentences that act as the master keys to daily interaction. These aren't just, random vocabulary words. They are complete, self-contained, highly functional thoughts. Honestly, if you have these 25 phrases in your back pocket, you're pretty much equipped to handle the vast majority of standard day-to-day human interactions. So let's break down exactly what these phrases are and how they categorize our lives. To make sense of it all, we've organized these phrases into some thematic buckets. First up, expressing your current state. Because, hey, before we can even interact with the world, we constantly have to check in on our own physical and emotional states, and then communicate those states to others. It's kind of the most primal form of communication, right? Telling the tribe how you feel in this exact moment. And honestly, this brilliantly illustrates the full spectrum of the human condition, all captured in just a few simple words. On the positive side, we've got these energetic declarations like, I am feeling good today, or I am very happy today. But, life isn't always sunshine and rainbows, so we immediately see the flip side. We get these totally necessary phrases for survival and self-care. Things like, I am tired, I feel a little sick, or I need some rest. We also have neutral, purely physical states like, I am hungry, or I am a little busy. What you should really take away from this is just how incredibly efficiently English allows you to broadcast your internal status with barely 3 or 4 words. Let's move to the next phase and see how this builds, navigating our shared spaces. We're social creatures, right? We have to figure out how to coexist out there in the physical world. How do we claim a spot at a table? How do we synchronize our schedules? Well, you can actually sequence these exact phrases from our source list into a literal chronological story of shared experience. Just picture 2 people meeting in a crowded cafe. Step 1, it starts with a simple icebreaker. What time is it? Okay, contact is made. Step 2, we negotiate the physical space. Can I sit here? Maybe someone else wants a chair, so we manage the space with, let him sit here. You look around, taking in the whole vibe of the environment, and declare, I like this place. And then finally, step 3, you solidify the connection. Let's eat together. Or perhaps, let's go outside. Do you see what's happening here? With literally just a handful of these foundational phrases, you've gone from total strangers checking their watches to companions sharing a meal. As we combed through these essential sentences, a totally fascinating hidden pattern emerged. We're calling it The power of let me. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the overwhelming emphasis on acts of service in everyday English. Look at the sheer volume of this specific phrase structure. Nearly 40% of our core daily phrases begin with the words let me. Actually, just think about what that means for a second. A massive portion of our daily conversational energy isn't just about stating boring facts. No, it's actively dedicated to offering help, taking initiative, or politely requesting permission to act on someone else's behalf. It's a real game changer when you look at it that way. But of course, taking the initiative doesn't always go exactly to plan, does it? The source material actually includes this absolute gem of a micro-dialogue. Let me see the book. No. I absolutely love this because it injects such a real, relatable, human moment right into the data. It perfectly shows how a completely polite request, a genuine attempt to engage, can just hit a funny, jarring conversational brick wall. It's a great reminder that language is a two-way street, and sometimes the absolute simplest answer is just no. But assuming you don't get a flat no, look at how incredibly dynamic these let me phrases really are. I'm going to run through these action phrases rapidly, right alongside the natural conversational interjections they typically invite. Ready? Here we go. Let me help you. Okay. Let me look. Go ahead. Let me show you. Fine. Let me check the car. Okay. Let me move this. All right. Let me carry this. Go ahead. Let me try. All right. See? It's like this constant, everyday negotiation. We are continuously proposing actions and receiving these immediate verbal green lights. It's literally the engine that keeps all our daily tasks moving forward. And all of those negotiations naturally guide us into the final phase of our daily conversational arc: essential politeness and gratitude. Let's be real. You cannot survive a day without asking for a little assistance or showing some appreciation when you finally receive it. Please help me. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. See you later. So the crucial point here is that these aren't just empty pleasantries. They're the social glue. They're the simple markers of gratitude and farewell that ultimately keep our daily social interactions running smoothly. They make sure that the connections we made earlier in the day leave a positive impression, paving the way for us to just do it all over again tomorrow. In our source list, there's this really beautiful, humble sentence: I am learning English. If you're watching this explainer, well, maybe you are too. Or maybe you're just endlessly curious about how we all communicate. So I want to leave you with a bit of a metaphorical question, combining two of our core phrases today. I am learning English. What time is it for you? Where exactly are you on your journey of understanding? Are you just at the very beginning, simply asking for the time? Or are you ready to jump right in and say, let me try? Thank you so much for learning with me today, and I will see you later.